Hi, everyone. We will get started in about 30 seconds here. As per usual, we're sidetracked making programming jokes. If you are streaming, make sure that you are live because we're going to start pretty much exactly on the hour.
Anyone have a schematic of the podium?
I just build a new one every time, honestly.
Come on, Skelly, we gotta do it now.
I don't want YNAB, I want the agenda.
We're right now at WN 43.
We've got no trustee meeting this time. Oh wait, that's just a GSM.
Well, no, this okay.
ISM.
Looks good enough. Good job, Skelly.
Welcome everybody to. Wait, hang on. Are we doing it there, or are we doing it in the green box of doom? Whatever.
It's the first time that
okay, here we go.
MRT line opened at an ISM instead
All right,
of ISM.
TP to Mega or CC if you want to join us in game. Otherwise, let's get started. Welcome everybody to the January 2021 infrastructure staff meeting, first one of the year. Exciting. We got a lot to get through. Reminder to everybody that we do have the hard time limit rule, so anything that we don't cover in the hour will automatically carry forward to the general staff meeting on February 14th. First up on the agenda is a seaplane exemption request from 600 Cats for Chansey.
Right.
I know the comments on the agenda was whether the lakes, like which lake to use.
Yeah, I texted her to join, but she's not here. Whatever.
I actually spoke to 600 Cats last night, and she said that she prefers Lake A because there's a town at JS7 built by, I forgot who, I'm going to check who it is, but it's definitely it was by someone who's inactive, so she's concerned that building...
JS7, you said?
Yeah, JS7. It's owned by Funky Flounder. We were looking into this last night.
Yeah.
It's
2 months.
It's not quite yet IAT ready, but assuming that Funky Flounder stays inactive, then she certainly could. And I think she's planning on IATing it at the February ISM. So that's why she's preferring the A lake. Also because the A lake has some relatively flat terrain on the side, so that when she actually builds the oh, here she is. So that when she actually builds the base, that we can use flat terrain. 600 Cats. I can unmute you if you want to join in on this at all. I see you are typing, so
I think for this, I agree with that.
Here, I'll just text you. It's fine.
I think I agree with what Kyle was saying, like that B is a bit more realistic because it's a bit bigger, but if A were made a bit larger, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
So we're fine with letting her, if we do let her go with A, just like to also have like a caveat of to expand the lake a little.
I think that's reasonable, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Cool. So sounds like approved has just are we saying discretion, or do we just want to,
like, if 600 uses A, it has to be made bigger. If 600 uses B, nothing.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Okay, approved mayor discretion conditional on if choosing Lake A, free to go if choosing Lake B. Mm-hmm. Cool, approved. Lake 18, Elecna Bay Canal, proposed by Time.
Right, doesn't mention anything about permissions.
It's all Mindman, apparently. It's a big project that he and Mindman did together.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in that bit of the Gamma world where towns are fairly closer together, so that makes sense that it's only a couple people who actually need to get involved.
Because that would be Time. Underneath it would be Matheson, which is Detroit Kitty, I believe.
Michigan Man owns it, and it says that he got permission.
Okay.
Oh, Michigan, gotcha. Thanks, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a canal through a swamp, and so I'm very much, the water's there anyway. Let's face it. I'm happy to approve it.
Yep, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Approved. 6C, Autobus would like to move
MRT mods.
Western line 11 or Western North 11 north or west by a little bit.
It's
North is parallel with the track, I think.
Yeah,
No, maybe not.
it would be moved west approximately 100 blocks and moved north very small amount.
I'm fine with, as the person who built the line, I'm fine with this.
Well, that takes care of that then.
it will be moved to about here. If you TP, it will be moved to, I think, just west of this fountain. So
Yeah, I'm okay with that. We'll just obviously need to redraw it on
yeah.
on die map, but that's fine.
Who wants to be in charge of actually putting it into place?
Chief, would you be okay doing it since you built the line?
Yeah, that's a relatively small amount of work. I can do that even though I've already got so much stuff going on. So
okay.
Yeah, so Otto and I can coordinate on that, but I'm happy to do it.
All right.
Cool. Easy.
Cool. Done. 6D, B9.
Are all the perms set in place?
Starkeep said he got perms from everyone except Vicky.
Vicky, do you get permissions for the bit that you need to do?
I mean, A92 is a public road anyway, so I mean, you really don't need permission from me. But I mean, but I'm wanting to build the A8 through it, which is fine.
It's
but I'm going to be proposing that at the GSM most likely.
Okay. Do we know? It's not really that big of a bearing right now, but have you got a plan of the A8 just to compare?
I have a rough plan, yes.
There was one in planning, I think, a few days ago, right?
It was a while ago. I think it was like a week ago. But you could like look. You could just use search. It's on there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I see it.
I know there was talk of upgrading this to an A road, and I think the reason they went with the B road is because of the mountain, like the terrain. So that's why they went the B road.
I can see it next. I can see it being a B road at A road standards. To Northwest. But otherwise,
makes more sense for a B road to have parts that are A road standards than for an A road that has parts that are like substandard.
Oh, definitely. And plus, those kind of exist in real life. So
yeah,
Yeah, if you're doing an A road, the whole A road should be A road standard. It's fine to have bits that are bigger and keep it a B. So okay.
As far as the routing looks fine to me.
Yeah, routing looks fine.
Permissions are good. Routing is good.
I appreciate the exit diagrams as well.
Oh yeah, StarQ definitely had his good plan here.
Yeah. Ward numbering. Ward number looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. Any objections then?
I have none.
Nope.
I'm very interested in seeing how it'll turn out.
Going once, going twice approved.
Seeing none approved. 6E, A892. This one's kind of in the same approximate area, but not exactly the same place.
Yep, it goes to the east. Cody actually helped clear up the stuff around Frostbite because I was mainly concerned about the zigzag it does. As you currently know, Frostbite, there is a freeway that nature kind of gutted. And according to Cody, the plan is to reuse that freeway. And that's why the routing looks a bit weird. He actually attached another map, try to like show the actual routing and the around Frostbite too.
Yeah, it seems quite odd. Well, it's odd to have it on the isometric diagram, but I think that makes it a little bit more difficult to see exactly where it's going.
There are several other maps that show it, though.
Yeah. There's one underneath it that's the full map in 2D. And then underneath that is the Frostbite zoom in.
Yeah. Oh Lord, every one of them is different.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not a fan of this, if I had to be honest.
Okay.
Do we have Cody here by chance? No, we didn't.
We do not. Hearing objections, though.
This seems like it would work better as a B road, to be honest. It doesn't really go to any major towns, and it's I mean,
I
if you
agree with
wanted like a
Echo.
road to Frostbite, it would be better to just have like a B road from Larkspur or Lakeborough to Frostbite.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'd say.
I know Cody's
Also,
reasoning here of why he did it in this way was he was doing phases. His goal was to do this from the current on the A92 up to Chalksier. That's why the second map is supposed to demonstrate.
Hmm.
That was his
Well-
logic. I remember talking to Cody a little bit about why, like his routing.
Vicky, what are your major objections?
I'm just, if you look at the A12, which he
Mhm.
completed relatively recently, there's some problems with it that make me hesitant on how good this A road will be.
Okay.
Yeah, the A12
Shots.
is
Yeah.
for a lot of the part underground, but that from what I can tell, in terms of, do you mean the A12 section where it's a massive highway, where it's a wide highway that has a lot of issues on the terraforming on the side?
Well, that's what that square.
There's the tunnel part, I think, which has like a lot of terraforming issues, and I think there's like a part overland that has a lot of terraforming issues as well.
A lot that there is. I've spoken to Cody about this in past. I'll try and get to that section just in case that's not actually what you're referring to. But there was a section constructed by, I believe it was Frosty Creeper before their unfortunate ban, and so that's one of the. It's one of the things that they've been trying to fix lately.
Yeah, Day 12 has a history mainly because of Frosty originally being the one to do it, and then Cody taking it later on to finish it up.
So I don't think Frosty's actions should be held necessarily against him, against Cody.
Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. I thought it was most, if not all, Cody, because if you like on like the wiki page and stuff like that, it made it seem like it's more Cody. I know that I think it was Frosty who proposed it originally, but I didn't really see a whole lot of work being done, so I thought it was most, if not all, Cody doing it.
He made a demo section actually of what he plans to do near Winterville. Let me get to it real quick, because I was coordinating with him kind of how he wanted it to look in planning, because he made like a little demo section he wanted to use for the actual route, like kind of how the highway would look. So, okay, I am there now. This is kind of what he's working on to like of how.
Oh, I see. This is good quality.
Sorry, I accidentally turned off the computer. Give me a second. Yes,
Good job.
Yeah, I've done a bit of work with Cody to try and fix up that section. So.
Yeah,
But this right here is his current idea for the A892 road style.
What were you saying, Vicky?
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good style. Subjectively, I'm not a fan of the color. It looks like poo, honestly. I mean, just the
brown.
color. Yeah, the brown terracotta. But other than that, it's a good quality road.
Yeah, like that's a subjective thing, not an objective thing. So objectively, if it's
should really care.
Objectively, if it's this style, I have no issue.
I still think it feels a little big, especially when he says in the proposal that it probably won't go past Rank Resort because he doesn't think he'll get permissions, which would mean it just kind of goes to the middle of nowhere in his mind.
I guess that's a question for Mega.
I mean, Rank Resort doesn't really have roads per se, but I wouldn't mind a road connection.
So yeah, Cody can get mentioned to Cody.
I can work with him on my part, yeah.
But as far as, I guess, are we approving his current plan or the full thing is the better question.
Just the current plan. We don't.
Just the current phase.
Yeah, okay. This would be phase 1. Yeah.
So I assume phase 1 consists of everything in that first image.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Approved. Phase 1 approved unless there are any objections. Going once. Going twice. Phase 1 approved. Next up is a road by Sasha, 6FA980.
We seem to be doing a lot in this area.
Northwest always gets roads.
Yeah. It's
Well, there's a lot of good
ambitious.
terrain there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aston. So this follows the lakeshore line, roughly, right?
Yeah.
Roughly.
It's ambitious, but it's got all the permissions and oh god, where's that go? What's that town all the way on the end? And
Nywent.
Oh, that's how to say it.
I don't know. Nywent would have to ask DNA about that one, but
the fact that there's all the permissions are there is good. The style of the road looks fine.
I know we haven't has Sasha built like a big road before?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
I know,
I feel like he's a B road, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Sasha says I have not. So
okay.
You know, I mean, I'm not completely opposed to it. You know, it's an ambitious project, but I would love to give a chance. So
yeah.
He'll have a staff member with him to do world edits, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Cool.
Approved. 7A. Skelly, you want to do a spoof tournament in Bones Prados?
Yes. Amount requested of $850.
I'm approving this. Moving.
It's it's a small amount as far as some of these go.
Yeah.
And you know what you're doing, Skelly.
Yeah, this will
Time
be
to the
fine.
fun topic at hand.
Skytrans, time.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, God.
So this is IATing an airline.
He wants to be the caretaker of the airline. He's not going to try to merge it into Fly High or anything like that, from my understanding.
That's what is said in the request as well, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, as a caretaker, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather have time caretake it than it just be inactive and it would be impossible to contact anyone over it. So
And Time has tried to contact Camel. He even states that he did try to contact Camel about it to make sure, like on his behalf.
I mean, as long as he's not getting this just to expand his own airline or whatever, I'm fine with it. It's good to have someone caretaking.
I hate to bring this up. Weren't there questions about whether Devi or Captain Chimpy also had stakes in this airline, or am I thinking of a different company?
We questioned the same thing with the with whenever we gave the other stuff to the free air, and we told them to object to it in a time frame, and they did not.
Oh yeah, Devi and Captain Chimpy.
Yeah, so Clipper tried to IAT free air, and we said that they had a timeline whether they could object to it or not, and in that timeline they did not object.
Or am I thinking of a different company? Sorry, never mind.
The same
so
thing
so Skytrans is wholly owned by Camel.
The free air.
Okay,
yes.
so
really?
And we told them to bring their.
That's what the letter says. So I mean,
that's the way that I understood it too from
the wiki.
Interesting.
It's the structure is weird. Like other talks of the HUT imply that Skytrans, itself was started by Camel. Chimpy and Devi got involved whenever Viola Airlines, which is Devi's, got merged into Skytrans.
So
Chimpy had something else.
According to the wiki page, it is Camel, Artie, Captain Chimpy, and Devi.
If they actually owned the airline, I think we gave them more than enough time to object to it and show proof. Is my thoughts on it.
Yeah. Also,
I'm pretty sure every one of them is inactive.
Also, to clarify something, Free Air is according to the wiki page, was a wholly owned subsidiary of Skytrans. So if we've allowed Free Air, we should allow this.
Yeah, I mean, everyone who's involved is either inactive or banned, and the ownership structure is a mess. And we did say, when Elite tried to IAT that back in December, we said they have a month to claim with evidence ownership, and nobody came forward.
According to Kitty and chat, he said that they're listed as management but not as owners.
Okay.
So,
I'm
yeah.
honestly fine just for the sake of simplicity, just giving the whole thing over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and-
don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
give an
so,
IAT instead of caretaker.
I mean, I'd rather IAT. Like, if he decides he doesn't want to do anything with it, that's fine.
And if he in the future, if Camel were to be unbanned, and he wants to give it back to Camel, that's also fine.
Yeah.
That's a much cleaner return. However, I think there needs to be quite a bit of ownership simplification here, and doing a full IAT is a really good vehicle for that, because it'll ensure that that the entire airline just is one unit that has a designated owner. Again, even if Time decides not to do anything with it, that's his decision.
At least a point of contact, someone like that's actually active.
And Skytrans is pretty big, so I think someone needs to take care of it.
Right, and
just to coordinate like things with that, and so I think we're all pretty much in agreement at this point.
And I'd like to give Time the ability to make decisions. Okay, so this is so IAT of Skytrans is cleared for Time. Elite, just as an aside.
Oh God, who's going to transfer all of Camel's warps?
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh,
shotgun not.
Well, I guess if Time wants to do that, then he can. But if he doesn't, then I ain't doing that shit.
Okay,
Mods, I believe, can do it, and Skelly is saying he'll do it if he can.
Yes, mods can do it. So, but anyway,
cool.
So real quick before we move on to the next one. So Elite. So I know we didn't like officially declare this at the GSM, but you are like, since there have been no challenges to the ownership of Freer, like as of that GSM, in 2 weeks ago, you do have the ability to, if you want to take over like more stuff with Freer, and potentially even if you want to merge it into Clipper, Elite, you're free to do that. So anything that's Freer goes to Elite per December, January GSM. Anything else that is Skytrans goes to Time.
Yep.
Bruce.
All right.
Okay.
8B. Drayton and the B38.
Yes.
As far as this goes, I'm in favor of Racer being allowed to continue B38 to his town. I'm not in favor of Racer taking Drayton or ownership over the existing part of B38. It is true that Thermocon has barely been online. He really would meet the definition of inactivity, and it's also true that Thermocon hasn't really worked on either project. But I don't see a real need for Racer to take those. I think Racer should be allowed to extend B38 to Harmony Grove, and that should be it.
That seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I know we did some build checks on this, and there was blocks that were changed around B38, right?
Yeah, they were changed. I think it would be 40 days ago now, which would be December, and I couldn't find anything with block data in Drayton itself.
Yeah, and point of contact wise, Thermocon does not have Discord, so he only has he's only on Minecraft, right?
Yeah, Racer said that he sent a mail, which he actually sent a mail to Thermocon before Thermocon last joined on Wednesday. I don't even know if Thermocon sent the command to read it, but obviously he never responded back to Racer on that.
So
yeah, I'm fine waiving classifying Thermocon as inactive and approving that transfer for the road. That's all fine.
Not transferring the town though.
Are we open to giving Drayton to Racer in the future if Harmon Grove expands or anything like that?
I mean, sure. If it expands close to there and it makes sense, then and if he's inactive.
Yeah, right now it seems like that request is only there just to help facilitate some of the stuff with the road, rather than possibly wanting to use that space for something. So I think if there becomes a better reason to IAT the town, then I'd be happy to reconsider that.
Well, it's not necessarily for the road, because Racer did say in the letter that he wants to turn Drayton into a proper city, but I don't see a compelling reason to do this at the present moment, is what I'm thinking.
That's kind of what I'm getting at too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, if there's a good reason at a later point, I'd be happy to reconsider.
Mm-hmm.
But B38 management and permissions to extend, go for it. I'm fine to approve that.
Okay.
Okay, Vicky, anything you want to comment on about Western North?
Just basically that 2 applications are made. Neither of their first choice stations conflict, so both get their first choice stations. WN38 goes to Cosmon, WN49 goes to Sai Amethyst. As of now, WN is officially open. I'll be removing the do not claim signs within the next couple hours, and that'll be it.
How many stations were added on this extension?
23.
19. Oh, 23, because you wanted to ask him.
So 2 out of 23. So again, another extension that didn't get a lot of interest.
South Aston, that doesn't include stations that were built in existing towns.
Right.
Katie,
Okay. Yeah.
WN. Hold on, I have to look on this document again. WN38 goes to Cosmon. WN49 goes to Sai Amethyst.
It's on the agenda too, Kitty.
All right. 10A.
Lake 18 rename.
I didn't think that this adjacent swamplands were really part of the main lake.
They're not, but they're not, because we usually only say that the actual what Minecraft calls ocean biomes are usually the things that get officially named, although player made canals will have names that get accepted, like Seneca Canal or Bawaba Canal or whatever. But for swamps, we've never done this. I mean, as per usual, as long as all the towns that touch it are fine, I'm fine with it.
It doesn't mention.
Did the lake have an original name?
No, this one has never received a name.
Okay.
It doesn't mention permissions.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with this. Well, as long as there's perms.
Yeah, and the fact that no perms are listed. I think. Is time around? No.
If he can come back to us and say, okay, I have permissions from XYZ towns, I think that, maybe even at the GS, maybe even in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. I was gonna say, can we say maybe approved pending he gets perms? He just emails us saying that he showing he got perms for it.
Yeah, although I think just as a matter of formality, let's kick this for final approval to the GSM.
Yeah, it's only 2 weeks.
It's only 2 weeks, but it's a lake rename. It's not that big of a deal. But, if
and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
Time
for
27 minutes.
Are we pushing it formally to the GSM, or just saying for him to repropose it to the GSM?
Pushing formally.
Pushing formally. So no reproposal needed, but we do need
permissions.
We do need permissions. So
right.
All right.
Now thank you everyone for coming.
Friendly reminder to everybody before the admins go disappear into our ASM that we do need moderator nominations, and those are open until 7 p.m. UTC on Sunday, February 7th. As of yet, we have not received any. So if you have someone you'd like to nominate, please go ahead and put that together and send it in to us.
You have a week.
Yeah, you have a week.
Go and nominate.
All right, so that's all we have. So no mod nominations on file right now, but you have until the 7th to submit them. So that's all good.
Go ride the Western Line.
Go ride the Western Line. Go claim the stations. Even if it's a Western Line North station, you can claim it, even if it has a line not open, do not claim sign on it. That's all we got. Thanks everyone for coming, and
thank you.
Admins, we could go ahead and jump into our meeting.
Do we want to drag Vicky in at the start, or wait a second?
Let's see where that is.
I'm proposing we do that bit for the first, so we can Sorry,
Yeah,
Vicky.
Vicky, if you could hang tight and we'll drag you in.
To be clear, this is not an admin promotion.
This is not an
No.
admin promotion. This is a different. This is a different thing.
I was wondering for a second there.
No. This is not an admin promotion. No, that we would be way more secretive on.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as various admins know, getting asked to be an admin, it's a thing that you don't know what's happening until 3 seconds before we promote you. So.
Yeah.
No, I won't say anything, but it's been made perfectly clear to me that it's not an admin promotion, which I wasn't
Guys, we're
expecting.
promoting
anyway,
Vicky. Okay,
so.
let's go.
To the channel.
So everyone else can hang out in general now.